Hello viewers, this is NoLimit City's latest release, due out at the very end of November, or has it been delayed to the beginning of December? I can't remember, but it's going to be out in the next few weeks. It's called Legion X. Of the 4 NoLimit City features, you got like you got the Infectious Wilds, you got the X-Ways, the X-Nudge, and so on. You got four faculties that the games have, and this one, like the previous one, has got 3 of them. You've got Infectious Wilds, X-Ways, and X-Nudge on this one. The RTP is 96.04%. That's playing the base game. You can buy features, as I will explain as I go. And it's got 72 ways to begin with. When you get different levels of features, you add rows to the 1st and 5th reels. So you can actually go up to 108 ways, I believe it is, and 216 ways. But that's obviously not counting the X-Ways, which expand the symbols. So just your basic tiles of this size, you can go up to 216 ways in a feature. And that's your X-Nudge Wild there. And you can get the Golden Bull bonus scatters on the centre 3 reels only. To get the enhanced features, you need to land X-Ways or Infectious Wild symbols on the 1st and last reels, as I'll explain. So we'll have a look at the pays. What's the stake? We're on £1 or $1. And there you go, that's your X-Nudge Wild. Every nudge it does will increase its multiplier by 1 in order to fill the reel up, and the multipliers add together if you get them on multiple reels. Infectious Wild, that just randomly selects a low value symbol on the centre 3 reels and turns all instances of it wild. X-Ways can land on the 1st and last reel, 2 to 4 symbols of the same kind, and it will therefore obviously increase the number of win ways effectively. If you land 2 X-Way symbol, you trigger Infectious X-Ways. Basically that means all the symbols that have landed on the middle reels of the same type will expand. X-Ways and Infectious Wild can only land on the 1st and last reel. Landing an X-Ways and an Infectious Wild will trigger both of those features. So in other words, it will convert all low value symbols on the centre 3 reels into wilds rather than just one of them. So you get your basic 8 spin trigger for 3 scatters. Your game area increases, as I explained, because your 1st and 5th reel gets an extra symbol. And basically your X-Nudge Wilds multiplier, where you get the increasing multiplier for the wilds as they nudge in, that remains static, and it only increases with between spins. You don't lose it between spins like you do in the base game, so it's increasing multiplier on the wilds. If you land a single special symbol on 1 or 5 and X-Ways or Infectious Wild, you get 1 extra spin. If you land 2 of the special symbols, X-Ways or Infectious Wild, on 1 and 5, you upgrade the feature. So, but you need either 2 X-Ways, 2 Infectious Wilds, or 1 of each on the last 2 reels, on the end reels, to upgrade it. That's your next, it's the Equestria Spins. So basically you need X-Ways on each end, plus your 3 scatters to get 10 spins. 1st and last reel become 4 high now, which increases it to 216 ways. The win multiplier will again climb only, it won't reset between spins. And any extra way symbols that land on the reels will become sticky, so they'll trigger each spin and select you an expanding symbol. So if you actually get the 3 bonus symbols and the Infectious Wild symbol either end, you get Fretensis spins. Again you get 216 ways, and your multiplier only increases, but this time any Infectious Wild symbols will remain sticky in the position they land. and convert all low value symbols into wilds each spin. And finally, Jemima spins. This is where you get your 3 scatters, but this time you get an infectious wild one end and the next ways on the other end. Again, you go up to 216 ways. Your win multiplier will be increased only as you go, and as you probably guessed, both the infectious wild symbol and the X-Way symbol will remain sticky in the position they landed and perform their stuff. No strength, only honour. There's two versions of this I've seen. No strength, only honour is basically an animated sequence if you hit the max payer 31,000 times stake. But I want to come back to that because there is another version of the game rules where it's called something else. It's not called no strength, only honour. It's called you are the king or king of the gladiators or something, and it's capped at 33,333x. But this is the demo version and it has actually got the 31,000 times bet on it. So there's your pays. 2.5x to the legionnaire, the gladiator, whatever you want to call him. And the various masked characters, 1.75x down to 1.2x, and of course your card values 1.1 down to 1x. Very low spread there. That's your win ways, as I explained. And what I've just been explaining to you, you can buy all 4 different levels of features. So instead of getting 96.04%, if you're not in the UK, you can buy your basic trigger and you play on that, you get 96.24. 96.25 if you buy Equestris. 96.4 if you buy Infectious, and the top feature if you buy that, which I believe is very expensive, we're going to come to that, is 96.71%. So we just need to have a few spins really, then we can try the features out one by one. And we're not logged in, sorry, let me reload. I idled the game for too long there, so there you go, and there's your multiplying wilds. So got a 5x there on those symbols. And that's your bonus scatter on reel 4 there. So all pretty textbook at the moment, so now we need to see the features. If you're not in the UK, these are your options. That's your basic trigger, your basic legion spins. We're going to buy those for 70 times bet. That would suggest the average pay be about 68, 66x. So there's your basic feature. And it's just a simple increasing multiplier on these X-Nudge wilds when they land. Remember that wild and 1 and 5 converts a symbol on the middle reels, it doesn't expand like the ones on the centre, or nudge. And that's the feature finished. We'll do one more of those because that was pretty, wasn't great for demonstrating the multiplier. And that didn't get a multiplier because it didn't count. That one didn't get a multiplier because it came fully in without nudging. Remember, it has to nudge to get the multipliers. If it drops fully in stack without nudging, it just retains its old multiplier, its original 1x. And to get the multiplier, it has to count in a win. So there you go. Okay, so we're going to buy the next level now. This is 300x, the Equestria Spins. If you watch the trigger, we will get X-ways either end. And any X-way symbols during the feature will become sticky. So now we get those stuck up there. That one spins, giving us a lot of queens and basically got the cost back. There you go. Okay, so now we get the opposite feature, which is now 750. It's the one with the sticky infectious wilds as opposed to the X-ways. And if you watch this, they'll come on the first and last reel. This was 750 times bet. It's converted all the card values, as you can see, into wilds on the centre 3 reels. I'll let the animations run just so you can see the different ones. Obviously, once we've seen them once, we can just skip through them. It's all about getting, you want the low value symbols on the middle 3 reels here, and preferably high ones to land on the end reels. It's hard to get the high value symbols on the end reels, isn't it? That's probably the key to getting the giant wins on it. Oh dear. The clue to a big win will obviously be if you get a high value symbol on reel 1. That's when you'll hit pay dirt. So this costs 750. We're not going to get that back unless we're very lucky. No, we're not going to be. Okay, so now we're going to go to the final, the most expensive feature, which is 1200 Hexagemia Spins, so you get both sticky wilds and sticky X nudge, X ways rather, because you'll get one each end. There you go. So this was 1200 times bet. Oh, I've got a big symbol this time on reel 1. That should be a good one. No, it's only 57.60. I don't think we've got a line through there, have we? No. That's your top symbol, but there isn't many of them. Got plenty of wilds here. A lot of aces. Last spin. So we got 3/4 of it back. So we're going to do one more maximum feature for the purposes of demonstration. See if we can get one of those fabled big wins. It's quite simple to understand compared to some of the NoLimit City games, this one. There's only 3 things going on. Nudging wilds in the middle 3 reels, X-ways and infectious wilds, so you need to win an average of 120 bucks a spin in order to get your money back on this 1200X feature buy, obviously. It's all about getting those ways expanded, because the symbol pays aren't that high, as you know. This 5 wilds pays the same as the top symbol, I believe, so I don't think that's very helpful. What was that? And that means you've lost quite a lot of your 1200. There you go. Go on then, one more for the road. We'll have one more top feature. I know everyone loves watching them. Well, this time we've got the wild on the first reel, which is better than the X nudge on the last reel. Sorry, the X ways on the last reel. Obviously what you want to see is to get the Infectious wild by chance land on the last reel or the X ways on the first reel during one of the spins, if that's possible. Doesn't say it isn't, so I believe that's the key to the really big hits, where you double them up. And obviously in addition to that, getting the X nose wilds on the centre reels. As you can see, they don't appear much, and I think that's another key to getting a big win. Well, thank you for watching this preview video for Legion X from NoLimit City.